Monte Carlo Masters. Carlos Alcaraz asked who is the favorite ahead of final against Jannik Sinner. Carlos Alcaraz has a dominant lead over Jannik Sinner in their head-to-head rivalry, so will he start the Monte Carlo Masters final against Jannik Sinner as the favorite? The top two players in the ADP rankings are set for episode 17 of their incredible rivalry, but interestingly, it will be their first meeting of the 2026 campaign following 6 encounters in 2025. Alcaraz won 4 of their 6 meetings last year, including the French Open and US Open finals, and he holds a 10-6 lead in the H2H, but Sinner won their most recent match, which was the showpiece match at the ADP finals last November, as he won in straight sets. 0:02/2/40 for the US Open hit. Alcaraz shines an impressive US Open final over Sinner. So, who is the favorite for Sunday's match on the clay in Monte Carlo? I think he himself said that clay isn't his favorite surface. His style, I'd say, adapts better to other surfaces, he said. But the level he plays at on clay is very high. The fact that you play better on hard courts or grass doesn't mean you play badly on clay. I'd say I feel more comfortable on clay because of my style of play. But we'll see. I can lose to him on any surface, in any tournament. I know I have to be ready and play my best tennis if I want to beat him. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Whether I feel like a favorite or not, I'd say there's never a favorite against him. It depends on who plays better that day. I'm very curious to see who will be the best tomorrow. Monte Carlo Masters news. Carlos Alcaraz speaks about Jannik Sinner #1 ranking showdown in Dream, Monte Carlo Masters final.
Ad.
Alexander Zverev makes telling 7-word mid-match comment about Jannik Sinner. The 7-time Grand Slam winner has won 3 of their 4 matches on clay, with the last one the 2025 final at Roland Garros, when he saved 3 match points to defeat his great rival in 5 sets. The Spaniard also won their Italian Open final last year and their 2024 semi-final at the French Open, while Sinner's only win came in the 2022 UMAG final.
Ad.
Alcaraz added, "A true champion is someone who can play well on any surface. And they will not only battle it out for the Monte Carlo Masters trophy, but also the world #1 ranking, as it will be a winner-takes-all clash." Popular on Tennis 365. The pair have dominated men's tennis the past few years, as they have won the last 9 Grand Slams, and also topped the rankings with no one else getting a look in. Not really, it's not something we talk about much, their dominance. But there are players who joke about it, he said.
Ad.
I just try to do my best in every match and every tournament, and I'd say Jannik does the same. I'm happy to see us play so well in every tournament. Our consistency is truly remarkable. Every time we play against each other, we raise the bar to the highest level. I'd say that, in a way, people always expect us to meet in every tournament. But we're not superheroes, and we won't win every match. This is the first meeting of 2026, so it means we've lost in other tournaments before. I also see other players getting close to our level, so we'll see how it goes. Personally, I'm happy because every time I lose, or when Jannik loses, we learn from that defeat and come back to the next tournament even stronger. These stats just make me feel good. Sinner, who beat Alexander Zverev in straight sets in the final, did his press conference before Alcaraz completed his victory over Valentin Vacherot. If it's Carlos, let's say, it would be good for me to play against him at least once before Paris, to see where my level is on the surface and what we need to work on, he said.
Ad.
I hope he gives me good feedback. In any case, win or lose, it will be a good reference point on what we need to improve. 77 readers asked the AI about this article. Ask AI how many times have Alcaraz and Sinner played each other in 2025? Which Grand Slam finals did Alcaraz win against Sinner in 2025? What did Alcaraz say about clay not being Sinner's favorite surface? You may also like here related articles. UN West 16 hours ago. Zverev's blunt message, Sinner's warning, Alcaraz on. Special. World #1 shootout. Monte Carlo Masters Roundup. Our latest roundup of the key stories from Monte Carlo and beyond. Tennis news. Shahida Jacobs 1 hour ago. Monte Carlo Masters. Brad Gilbert tells Jannik Sinner how he can beat Carlos Alcaraz in final. It's like 2 boxers being in the center. ADP Tour Tennis News. UN West 22 hours ago. Monte Carlo Masters. Alexander Zverev makes telling 7-word mid-match comment about Jannik Sinner. Alexander Zverev made a brutally honest mid-match comment about playing Jannik Sinner. ADP Tour Tennis News UN West 21 hours ago Monte Carlo Masters. Jannik Sinner makes nothing to lose statement after destroying Alexander Zverev. Jannik Sinner has spoken about a potential meeting with Carlos Alcaraz in the Monte Carlo final. ADP Tour Tennis News Latest Tennis News Monte Carlo Masters. Brad Gilbert tells Jannik Sinner how he can beat Carlos Alcaraz in final 1 hour ago. Who will Alex Ila face in first round of Stuttgart Open? When is the match? 3 hours ago Monte Carlo Masters. Carlos Alcaraz asked who is the favorite ahead of final against Jannik Sinner. 4 hours ago Zverev's blunt message. Sinner's warning. Alcaraz on special. World #1 shootout. Monte Carlo Masters roundup 16 hours ago Alexander Zverev and Valentin Vacherat's Monte Carlo Masters prize money and ranking points revealed 16 hours ago features Felix Auger-Aliassime, Alexander Bublik, Alex de Minaur prize money and ranking points from Monte Carlo Masters 11 April 2026. Who is Lily Tagger? Austrian teen +20 in WTA rankings after sensational run in Linz 10 April 2026. Carlos Alcaraz, Alex Ila, Jannik Sinner and Iga Swiatek are big clay court predictions. 09 April 2026 video watch. Daniil Medvedev obliterates his racket in astonishing 49-minute Monte Carlo Masters loss. 08 April 2026 watch. Elena Rybakina says, "What are you talking about?" to coach an argument during Miami Open win. 25 Mar 2026 Miami Open. Watches Stefanos Tsitsipas lambasts umpire in ashamed rant in brutal Arthur Phil's loss. 23 Mar 2026 Planet Sport and Moro. Whether I feel like a favorite or not, I'd say there's never a favorite against him. It depends on who. Sinner, who beat Alexander Zverev in straight sets in the final, did his press conference before Alcaraz completed his victory over Valentin Vacherat. If it's Carlos, let's say, it would be good for me to play against him at least once before Paris, to see where my level is on the surface and what we need to work on, he said.